Welcome to AI Tales. My name is Charlotte and I am your host. Thanks for tuning in. This evening we will be joining Elarion on his adventure, so lean back, relax, and get comfy. Once upon a time, in a whimsical world filled with enchanted forests, talking creatures, and sparkling streams, there lived a powerful wizard named Elarion. He was known far and wide for his mastery of magic, but despite his immense power, he was a kind and humble soul. His heart's desire was not to rule or control, but to explore the wonders of his magical realm. One sunny morning, as the mist danced among the ancient trees and the flowers sang sweet melodies, Elarion stood on the edge of a mystical pond deep within the heart of the enchanted woods. The pond was rumored to be the gateway to a realm of untold magical treasures. Elarion was determined to unlock its secrets, but he knew he could not do it alone. Beside him, perched on a lily pad, was his most loyal companion, a little green frog named Fergus. Fergus was no ordinary frog. He was wise beyond his amphibian nature and had a heart as big as the sky. His sparkling eyes were filled with unwavering devotion to his wizard friend. "Today, my dear Fergus," Elarion said, "we embark on the adventure of a lifetime. Together, we shall journey into the depths of the magical realm hidden beneath this pond." Fergus croaked with excitement, his tiny webbed fingers trembling. He believed in Elarion's dreams just as much as the wizard himself. With a wave of his staff, Elarion cast a spell that created a shimmering boat made of pure moonlight. It floated gently on the surface of the pond, waiting for them. With Fergus riding on his shoulder, Elarion stepped onto the moonlight boat. As they glided into the pond's depths, they were surrounded by a kaleidoscope of colors and mystical creatures. Giant fish with scales that shone like gemstones swam alongside them, and water nymphs danced in the waves, their laughter like tinkling bells. Deeper and deeper they went until they reached a hidden underwater cave. Inside, they discovered an enormous chamber filled with glittering crystals, enchanted books, and treasures beyond imagination. It was the heart of the magical realm, a place of limitless wonder. Elarion and Fergus spent days and nights exploring the treasures, learning ancient spells, and communing with magical beings. They shared tales with talking owls, danced with fireflies, and even befriended a mischievous water sprite who taught them the secret of speaking with the winds. But as the days passed, Elarion began to realize that the greatest treasure of all was the friendship and loyalty of his dear Fergus. Fergus had always been there for him, supporting his dreams and sharing in his adventures. One evening, as they sat by a glowing crystal fire, Elarion turned to Fergus and said, "My faithful friend, I have discovered that the greatest magic in this world is the magic of friendship. You have been my true treasure all along." Tears of joy welled up in Fergus's eyes, and he hopped onto Elarion's lap, embracing him with his tiny froggy arms. In that moment, their bond grew stronger than ever, and they knew they would cherish their adventures together forever. As the years passed, Elarion and Fergus continued to explore the enchanted world, but now they did so with a deeper appreciation for the magic of friendship. And in their whimsical world, they were known not only for their incredible magical feats, but also for the love and loyalty they shared, proving that sometimes the most magical adventures are the ones you share with a faithful friend. And so, in the heart of their whimsical world, the powerful wizard and his loyal frog companion lived happily ever after, their laughter and magic filling the air, and their hearts forever entwined in the most powerful enchantment of all, friendship. As the years passed, Elarion and Fergus's fame as a powerful wizard and his loyal frog companion spread far and wide across the whimsical world. They were sought after by kings and queens, adventurers and scholars, all eager to witness their incredible feats of magic and hear the tales of their adventures. One day, a message arrived from the distant kingdom of Etheria, known for its towering spires and grand libraries. The king of Etheria, King Alaric, was in great distress. A powerful enchantment had befallen his kingdom, causing a never-ending winter that threatened to freeze the land forever. Crops withered, rivers turned to ice, and the citizens shivered in the cold. Elarion and Fergus, with their hearts filled with compassion, agreed to embark on a new adventure. They set out for Etheria, accompanied by a group of knights, scholars, and healers who hoped to learn from the wizard's wisdom. Upon their arrival in Etheria, Elarion and Fergus began their investigation. They discovered that an ancient artifact, the Heartstone, had been stolen by a wicked sorceress who sought to plunge the kingdom into eternal winter. The Heartstone, said to hold the essence of summer and warmth, was the key to breaking the curse. Together with their newfound companions, Elarion and Fergus embarked on a quest to retrieve the stolen Heartstone. Their journey took them through snow-covered forests, treacherous mountains, and into the lairs of mythical creatures. Along the way, they encountered a talking snow leopard named Isolde, who agreed to guide them through the icy wilderness. As they ventured deeper into the sorceress's domain, they faced challenges that tested their courage and wit. They outsmarted enchanted snowstorms, deciphered riddles, and even won the allegiance of a group of snow sprites who shared their knowledge of ancient magic. Finally, after a perilous climb up the frostbite peaks, they reached the lair of the wicked sorceress, Melora. With a fierce battle of wits and magic, Elarion and Melora dueled for control of the Heartstone. But it was Fergus, with his clever and unexpected leap onto Melora's staff, who disrupted her concentration and allowed Elarion to reclaim the precious artifact. With the Heartstone in their possession, Elarion and Fergus returned to the heart of Etheria. There, beneath the kingdom's grand citadel, they performed a powerful ritual using the Heartstone's magic to break the curse. As the Heartstone pulsed with radiant warmth, the ice began to melt, and the kingdom was bathed in a beautiful spring thaw. King Alaric, grateful beyond words, declared a grand celebration in their honor. Elarion and Fergus were hailed as heroes, and the people of Etheria rejoiced, their hearts warmed not only by the return of spring but also by the friendship and bravery of the wizard and his faithful frog companion. In the years that followed, Elarion and Fergus continued to journey through their whimsical world, sharing their wisdom, magic, and warmth wherever they went. They found that their adventures, no matter how grand or perilous, were always enriched by the bond of friendship they shared, proving once again that the most magical treasure in any world is the love and loyalty of a true friend. And in the hearts of those who knew them, their legend lived on, a testament to the enduring power of courage, compassion, and the magic of friendship. As time passed, the legend of Elarion the wizard and his faithful companion Fergus grew, and their adventures continued to capture the imagination of people from all corners of the whimsical world. They received invitations to visit distant lands, from the floating islands of Etheria to the mysterious caverns of Lumendor. One day, they received a letter from a faraway desert kingdom known as Sunhaven. The ruler of Sunhaven, Queen Seraphina, wrote of a dire situation. A terrible drought had plagued her kingdom for years, causing the once thriving oasis to wither and the people to suffer. The queen had heard tales of Elarion's ability to harness the power of the elements, and she begged for his assistance in restoring water to her land. Elarion, with his ever-curious spirit and kind heart, knew he could not ignore such a plea for help. He and Fergus set forth on a new adventure, this time journeying through vast deserts, where the sands whispered secrets of ancient magic. As they ventured deeper into the desert, they encountered a nomadic tribe known as the Sandwalkers. These wise and resourceful people had learned to survive in the harsh desert by harnessing the magic of sand and wind. The Sandwalkers shared their knowledge with Elarion and Fergus, teaching them the ancient art of desert magic. Together with their newfound friends, Elarion and Fergus sought out the legendary desert sapphire, a gem said to hold the power of life-giving waters. Their quest led them through treacherous sandstorms and into hidden caves where mythical creatures guarded the gem. With courage and ingenuity, they retrieved the desert sapphire and unlocked its potent magic. Returning to Sunhaven, they performed a mystical ceremony using the desert sapphire's power. As they chanted incantations, the skies darkened, and a gentle rain began to fall. It grew into a torrential downpour, quenching the parched land and replenishing the once dried-up oasis. Queen Seraphina and her people rejoiced, their tears mixing with the rain as they celebrated their newfound abundance. News of Elarion and Fergus's heroism in Sunhaven spread like wildfire, and the wizard and his frog were once again hailed as saviors. The Sandwalkers, grateful for their friendship, bestowed upon them enchanted desert robes and carved sandstone staffs as tokens of their enduring bond. But Elarion and Fergus were not done with their adventures. They continued to travel, learning from new lands and creatures they encountered, always guided by their unshakable friendship and the belief that true magic lay not only in the spells they cast, but in the hearts. Their journeys took them to the mystical floating isles of Aetheria, where they helped restore balance to the delicate ecosystems of the floating forests. They ventured into the bioluminescent caves of Lumendor, where they befriended luminescent creatures that guided them safely through the labyrinthine tunnels. Through all their adventures, one thing remained constant: the unwavering bond between Elarion and Fergus. They knew that no matter where their travels took them, they would always have each other, and that in itself was the greatest magic of all. And so the whimsical world continued to spin its tales of the powerful wizard and his faithful frog companion, proving time and again that true heroes were not only those who possessed great power, but those who used that power to bring light, hope, and friendship to the world. Their legend lived on, an enduring testament to the magic that could be found in every corner of the world, as long as one had a true friend by their side. As Elarion and Fergus's legend grew, they attracted the attention of not only admirers but also a new and sinister presence in the whimsical world. Deep within the shadow depths of the Enchanted Abyss, a dark sorcerer named Malgrim had been watching their exploits with envy and malice. He resented the acclaim and adoration that Elarion and Fergus received and coveted their power for himself. Malgrim was known for his mastery of forbidden dark magic, and he had long harbored ambitions of conquering the whimsical world. He believed that by stealing the magical artifacts and knowledge that Elarion had gathered on his adventures, he could become the most formidable sorcerer in existence. One moonlit night, as Elarion and Fergus rested beneath a canopy of glowing fireflies in the Whispering Woods, Malgrim sent forth his minions, shadowy creatures born of his malevolent magic. They descended upon the camp, stealing an ancient spellbook that Elarion had acquired during their travels. The book contained powerful incantations capable of bending reality itself. Awakened by the disturbance, Elarion and Fergus gave chase, but the dark minions melted into the shadows and disappeared, leaving only a mocking laughter echoing through the trees. Realizing the threat Malgrim posed, Elarion knew they had to confront this new villain. With a stolen spellbook, Malgrim began to sow chaos across the whimsical world. He twisted the weather, summoning raging storms and unnatural droughts. Creatures once filled with joy were ensnared by dark enchantments, becoming his servants. The very land itself seemed to crumble under his dark magic. Elarion and Fergus knew they had to stop Malgrim before his darkness consumed everything they held dear. They embarked on a quest to gather allies from all corners of the whimsical world, seeking the assistance of wise beings, magical creatures, and even reformed villains who had once crossed their path. Their journey was fraught with danger as they faced Malgrim's traps and minions at every turn. But the bonds of friendship they had forged along their previous adventures proved stronger than the darkness. Isolde, the talking snow leopard from the frozen peaks, joined their cause with her feline agility. The Sandwalkers from Sunhaven brought their mastery of desert magic to the battle. Lamendor's luminescent creatures provided their enchanting glow to light the way. In a climactic showdown in the heart of the Enchanted Abyss, Elarion and Fergus confronted Malgrim. The battle raged with a ferocity unseen before in the whimsical world. Elarion wielded his most powerful spells, and Fergus hopped with all his might, casting an unexpected enchantment that disrupted Malgrim's dark magic. In the end, it was the combined strength of their friendship and the unity of their allies that triumphed. With a blinding burst of light, the stolen spellbook was returned to Elarion, and the dark sorcerer was sealed away in a realm of eternal shadows. The whimsical world rejoiced as the darkness lifted, and the power of friendship and unity prevailed once more. Elarion and Fergus continued their adventures, but now they were known not only for their magical feats, but also for their courage in the face of the darkest villain the world had ever seen. Their story became an enduring legend, a reminder that even in the face of the greatest darkness, the light of friendship and unity could shine brighter still. And in the whimsical world, where magic and wonder abounded, it was these values that remained the truest and most powerful magic of all. As Elarion and Fergus continued their adventures across the whimsical world, they encountered new realms and faced challenges that tested the very limits of their magical abilities. Their bond of friendship remained unbreakable, and they drew strength from the knowledge that they had triumphed over darkness once before. One fateful day, as they ventured deep into the mystical woodland realm, they stumbled upon an ancient prophecy carved into the bark of a colossal, talking oak tree. The prophecy foretold of a cataclysmic event, the impending convergence of the celestial moons, a rare celestial alignment that would disrupt the very fabric of the whimsical world and unleash chaos upon all living beings. The prophecy also spoke of a powerful artifact, the Moonstone Amulet, that could harness the celestial energies of the moons and prevent this catastrophe. But it was hidden in the treacherous labyrinthine caverns, guarded by enigmatic and deadly creatures. With a heavy heart, Elarion and Fergus knew they had no choice but to embark on this perilous quest to save their world once again. They journeyed through the whispering forests, where ancient trees shared their wisdom, and crossed the sparkling streams, where water nymphs offered guidance. Their path led them to the enigmatic guardians of the labyrinthine caverns, creatures with bodies of stone and eyes that glowed with the wisdom of ages. These guardians challenged Elarion and Fergus to prove their worthiness to enter the labyrinth, testing their courage, intelligence, and their unwavering friendship. After overcoming countless trials and riddles, they stood before the entrance of the labyrinthine caverns. As they descended into the depths, the labyrinth seemed to shift and change, its passages a shifting puzzle that defied logic. With Fergus's keen perception and Elarion's mastery of magic, they navigated the treacherous maze. Deep within the labyrinth, they encountered the Moonstone Guardian, a majestic and radiant being who held the Moonstone Amulet. To prove their sincerity, they shared stories of their adventures, the friendships they had forged, and the darkness they had overcome. Moved by their tales, the Moonstone Guardian entrusted them with the amulet. With the Moonstone Amulet in their possession, Elarion and Fergus returned to the surface just in time for the celestial moons to align. As they held the amulet aloft, it bathed them in a brilliant celestial glow, and their hearts were filled with a surge of power. With the amulet's magic, they channeled the celestial energies of the moons, preventing the cataclysmic event and restoring balance to the whimsical world. The convergence of the celestial moons was averted, and the world was bathed in a radiant, magical light. The people of the whimsical world celebrated Elarion and Fergus as the saviors of their realm once more. But this time their victory was not only over a dark villain, but over the very forces of nature themselves. Their legend grew to epic proportions, and they were hailed as the greatest heroes the whimsical world had ever known. As they stood beneath the sparkling stars that night, Elarion and Fergus realized that their adventures had come full circle. They had traveled the whimsical world, facing darkness, forging friendships, and proving that the magic of friendship and unity could overcome any challenge. Their story became a timeless tale passed down through generations, a testament to the enduring power of love, friendship, and the indomitable spirit of adventure. And in the whimsical world, where magic and wonder thrived, they continued to journey, their hearts forever bound by the most powerful enchantment of all, true friendship.